Like and subscribe to the Nightly Fix. It is the Nightly Fix presented by Foolish Club Media. Please go to our YouTube page, like and subscribe. If you do not do so, I am praying that the next time you clip your toenails, you go just a half an inch too deep and that blood starts circulating a little bit and somebody accidentally squirts a little fresh orange and lime juice on those toes that you've just freshly cut too far back. That's what I hope happens to you if you don't go right over to our YouTube channel and like and subscribe.
You know what that sounds like? That sounds like the torture game from Wu-Tang. He's like, I'll tie you up to a bed and sew your asshole shut and keep feeding you. That's
what it is,
no.
Baby. Mine numbing pain.
At least.
I'm down. I'm serious, man. I'm trying to see some injuries here. All right. That's only if you don't like and subscribe. If you do like and subscribe, shit, you ain't got nothing to worry about. It's all good. Do your thing. So, fellas, I'm enjoying it. I'm back.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
back.
Hey, you're back. Cool.
Yeah.
Hey,
You know
hey,
what?
Ron.
Right
Ronald.
off the bat.
How's it going, my guy?
Fuck you.
How was Rose weekend or whatever the fuck you had going on that you didn't invite us to?
I forgot you were gone, honestly, but that's right.
What was he? Was he gone? Was he even gone?
Yeah, I'm not gonna be hurt by what your pain is.
I do feel like those pictures he sent us could have been literally from anywhere. Like, didn't necessarily look like it was some like island resort or something. Where
so you're calling me a liar to the legitimacy of me being in Aruba? You're saying to me that you think that I was just hanging out at some sort of pool around the Houston area? Is that what you're saying to me?
Yeah.
It could have been a Days Inn for all I know.
Looked like the YMCA.
Yeah. Those are all lies and really sadness with your pure jealousy that we are starting to see. I expect this from the guy who can't grow hair on his head. I don't expect this from the guy who can't grow hair on his face. That is to me a real
ooh, such a burn. He got me.
That was good. That was okay. There's a sick burn right there. That was good to use both of you on that. No, man, listen. Aruba's a good time. I do have some stories to tell. A few off-air stories to tell.
Oh yeah.
One that involves a Brazilian and roses.
Okay.
And let's get the hell out of here. Maybe one day I'll talk you into that one. But no, man, it was a good time. Was a little caught off guard by the pricing there on some things, especially the drinks. Call ourselves trying to be smart. Said, hey man, let's head down to this grocery store. This the superfoods place. They got a bar a liquor store in there too. Bam. All right. Rolling there. I was like, hey man, let's just get a couple of big bottles. We can always pregame here, not spend a ton at the bars and the resort stuff. I'm thinking, man, maybe I might grab a little tequila, grab a little vodka. What is I know you don't know, you don't drink, but whatever the name of the rocks tequila starts with a T. I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, I bought
Tres
some.
Amigos.
I don't think that's how you say it. What? No, I don't know. Anyway, I bought a bottle. I bought just a regular bottle, $32 from. Shout out to Specs. You can step up and be a sponsor. But I bought just a regular ass bottle, $32. I bought that probably the week before I left. I went in there to that store, saw it. I'm like, oh, all right, let me go ahead and scoop that up. I walked over there. It was $79.
Tourist.
That's import prices.
Tourist.
I said, what? I said, what in the hell?
It must be. I mean, it's probably hard to get there in Aruba.
Bottle of, hey, they had that Tito's over there. I'm thinking, all right, let's go. We'll just swing this thing over to vodka. Go with the Tito's, $81 regular bottle.
Híjole. No, thank you.
You know what I had to do? I had to drop down to where is the lowest I can go, and the lowest I could go was Absolute. And we had to strain down that Absolute vodka. It was $40 for a regular bottle. We had to grab a couple of those. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Bucket of beers, $50. Like, you gotta be.
You're in a tourist destination. What do you expect? You expect everything to be cheap? All right, I have a question for you. Where is Aruba? Because we didn't really feel like figuring that out. Like, we had the question, but we didn't really want to Google it.
That's dumb. I mean, that's dumb. It's technically in the Caribbean.
Okay.
Yeah, we could have figured it out, but we wanted to sit with the mystery for a while.
Deep in the Caribbean, like really, like close to Venezuela, like getting towards that space of it. It's its own country, an island. It's within the Netherlands.
What?
It's within the control of the Netherlands. It used to be.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Used to be a part of the Netherlands. Now it's just in their jurisdiction, but it's its own country. It's a beautiful island. Beautiful island. Got a little sun out there. I enjoyed the hell out of it. A lot of couples. Very disappointed. Just gained 6 pounds on the trip. But it pisses me off because I hit the gym hard every day.
Well, I mean,
I drank a lot of my calories, though. I will say that.
Yeah,
I'm a frozen
probably drank
drink.
a lot.
I'm a frozen drink guy. I started off good, man, and then I say about Thursday night, I trailed off into just a bad spot where, it ended with me, getting a sandwich from Quiznos and a Coke and just big things at the airport to finish off the vacation. So, I mean, it started off great. I ran into that breakfast buffet. They had everything you could imagine. Everything, every bread. It was
food in Aruba. Do they have any like cuisines?
Well, so it's near the water, so a lot of fish. A lot of fish.
Did you have any conch?
Did I have a what?
Conch.
Oh, no, I didn't have any conch. Had a lot of snapper. Grouper was really big there. Had so they a lot of fish. They actually had a couple of Italian spots, sort of that kind of caught me off guard. I don't know if I've ever had spaghetti carbonara, and not usually as spaghetti as the noodle that they use with that. It's fantastic. I enjoyed it. That probably didn't help me either.
It's just bacon or pancetta and cream and Parmesan. It's pretty.
That was not a signal for you to tell us how great a cook you are and how easy it is to make. First off, to make it really, really good is not just that easy. All right, or your ass would be somewhere making it somewhere that easy.
Well, I mean, it's all about the ingredients that you use. That's why you want to use like pancetta over just like a regular store-bought bacon. You want to find like the premium stuff for it.
Well, what I'm saying is I have had it a lot. I've just not normally seen spaghetti as the noodle. Like, I've never really had it with spaghetti. I think it's a great touch the way they had it. I enjoyed the shit out of it. It was fantastic. It was good. I would do that again. I'm thinking that the next time I see it made, I may request that. So it was delicious. Man, it was a good time. It's a good time. Good people. Well needed, man. Shout out to the boat tour we took. Got really hammered there. I have not been that drunk in a 3-hour period that fast. And
well, there's something about getting drunk on the water. It just kind of hits you harder. You know what I mean?
It did.
Get the sun, get the rays. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. You see, you're drinking one right now. There you go.
Well, no,
there you go.
This is spring water, but
a
little water there. No, man. Hey, you ever been to Aruba? Now, I will say it's a little romantic, a little bit of a romantic type of a destination. But okay, sorry,
A
we
bit of
found
romantic for the boys.
might have been, but don't worry. I mean, if you're a single guy, there is still action there available.
I'm still kind of insulted that we, as your boys, did not get invited to the boys' trip. What's up with that?
It's an old college thing. Very, very similar to the invite. Maybe you got yours, sort of the invites I've missed from Austin that you've taken multiple occasions.
I've taken trips with the boys. Not with you guys, but I mean, like,
not with me. Yeah, and that's okay.
But I'm just saying. But I'm saying that's like that was before we started the show, and we have the show now, and we're boys, right? We're boys.
Yeah,
we're boys.
That'd have been
so
pretty weird.
Where's the?
I'll just be honest.
And my trips to Austin are usually solo dolo. They're not really trips with the boys. I kind of go there on a what they call a sex drive and go hang out with the little.
I'll be honest, Osita, I don't think you had it.
I don't think I had what?
I don't think you had it to be able to take the trip.
Oh, you don't think I could hang?
No, I don't think
you don't think I had the money to take the trip? That's crazy. Wow, Ron.
That's very judgmental.
That's extremely judgmental. Fucking big stacks Ron over here. You know what I mean? Big money Ron.
Yeah, it was a year of planning.
The guy's got bread. Hey,
I didn't think you could pull it off in 2 months.
Hey, you don't know what I got. You have no clue what I got, Ron. You have no clue.
First off, we got to get you that manager position from Chris, and then maybe I think you might have a shot to be able to.
You got the name wrong. You got the name wrong. So I mean, you started off wrong in the first place, Ronald.
It's not Chris.
Ronald. You know what I mean?
I thought it was Colorado Rockies Chris.
No,
I thought it was.
Nope, you got it wrong.
All right, so we come back from this. We come back from this tour, the old party bus tour. Right, had a good time. Three bars just stopped. They said they were giving us shots before we went into every bar. Them wasn't no damn shots. Them was like juice they had poured out. By the way, drinking age 18, very very clear. And I want to say it's probably a lot younger than 18 because we are clearly seeing people that were not 18 years old rolling around here with drinks. Anyway, but we get done with the tour and going to the elevator to go up to grab the keys so we get our rental car to go out the rest of the evening. And there's a Brazilian young lady standing there at the elevator, probably about 11 o'clock. And she is fucking blasted. I mean, absolutely trashed. Yes, I mean, she's, hey there. Hi. I said, hey, walked up, said, enjoy your evening, your night? Yes, having a great time. What floor are you guys going to? We're like, third. She's like, me too. She's solo by herself. And the elevator door opens, and it's me and my buddy. She grabs us, and pulls her on. We're like, whoa. I said, hey, man, she's falling over herself. You know, you're falling over yourself in an elevator. You're really fucked up. Just in that small confined space for 2 floors.
I don't know, man. Gravity gets a little weird on elevators, you know?
So the elevator stops. We get off, and she just grabs her arms and drags her. And I'm like, here, where's your room? Let's just get you to your room. And she opens up the door, and it appears like there is a proposal happening. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I just wanted to make sure the young lady gets to her door, and we open up the door. It is all the way from the hallway all the way back, roses and candles, and then you can see on the table there was Moet glasses and like a dozen roses. And I just stopped right there. I said, and my buddy was like, ma'am, are you here with someone? She said, no. They come tomorrow. Come on in. Let's have a good time. I said, no, man. I said, no, Jack. No. I said, no. We just want to make sure you get in safe. And then I go pull the door. She's like, she's got one hand on the door, and we're in a pulling it closed, pulling it open match. Come on. She was, I think, Brazilian, so she's talking with an accent. Come on, let's have fun. I said, no, ma'am. It's all yours, please. And we close the door and we get the hell up out of there.
Man, you're a better man than me.
Yeah. 9?
Actually, never mind. I would never do that. No, I'm lying.
9? If that's what you're wondering, 9.
9?
Easy.
Oh, really?
Easy. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it was Oh, Justin said, hey, Justin said, here, you go back to the room. Here, let me just make sure she gets. I said, no, man, it was like even if you're about that, you have to be like the scum of the earth. Like when I say
be that drunk, like nah.
No, yeah, when I say hammered drunk, I told him, I said, I bet you she could walk like the next day. I said, I bet you she could walk right past us. I have no idea. Like no clue. It was.
But not gonna lie, if she wasn't that drunk, I definitely would have ruined somebody's proposal the next day.
I was just like, at first, I was like, oh, because I'm thinking somebody has got to be. This person's just not out here by herself with the roses and candles rolling through. I'm like, no, man, let's get the hell up out of here. No, it was that was the old crazy Brazilian.
That's wild.
It was damn sure wild. But like I said, good times in Aruba. It was. By the way, while I was gone, I did see that I'm going to have to completely root against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I hate that. I like Mike Tomlin, and I've never really had anything against the Steelers. They've beaten the Chiefs a couple of times in the playoffs, but nothing that I have hatred for.
They're frauds. They've been frauds for a long time, so whatever.
So what is a fraud? What are you talking about? What's a sports fraud? What they've been a fraud for?
They've been chasing the Super Bowl that Mike Tomlin won a decade plus ago, and then and since Ben Roethlisberger, there was no kind of plan at all, except they keep just like overhauling their offense as if it's going to change anything, and then every year they roll out these mid teams.
Kenny Pickett was a plan.
Stay competitive, like. It's insane. And now they're signing a 40-year-old douchebag, and they're going to be average again and not be that competitive. And everybody's going to talk themselves into like, oh, the Steelers are going to be an interesting football team. When in reality, they're just going to be the most annoying team in the league because Aaron Rodgers is going to do something annoying every single week.
Yeah, I don't think anyone is thinking they're contenders. They are interesting. You're full of shit if you don't think that. They are, and I know you're lying to yourself. They are damn sure interesting. Mike Tomlin and Aaron Rodgers. And by the way, like I like Mike Tomlin. I'm a fan of Mike Tomlin. I think they've got some dudes over there, but I don't think Aaron Rodgers. Like this isn't a deal of like, all right, Aaron Rodgers is getting to Pittsburgh, baby. And now Aaron Rodgers has met his match with Mike Tomlin. He ain't going to be able to just run over Mike Tomlin like the other guys. I'm not saying he's going to run over Mike Tomlin. But it ain't like Mike Tomlin just stopped really interesting people from being interesting. It's not like when Mike Tomlin has wild cards on his team that those wild cards cease being wild cards. No, he seems to attract wild cards. He seems to attract the Antonio Browns who continue to go and do the same things they do. The George Pickens who do the same things they do. Who's the other receiver, Serda, that they traded away to the Panthers and the Chiefs almost thought they were going to get him, but then at the end he went to the Ravens and the Texans and he went to the Ravens again. Deontay Johnson. Yeah, they attract.
Chase Claypool, who was also kind of sucked.
Oh, there's another one. Yeah, Claypool, another one that So, like, I don't think that this is going to be Aaron Rodgers is in Pittsburgh and now Aaron Rodgers is going to shape up. Now, I think he's going to be same crazy dude because Mike Tomlin doesn't really stop folks. But I like Tomlin, but I have to root against them because I really can't stand Aaron Rodgers. Like, I mean, Steve, I really second that. I don't know how many times I've actually used the terminology douchebag. That's just not one that creeps into my vocabulary, but I understand what it means. He's just a selfish, lame, just asshole.
So what happened to the discount double check? We don't like discount double check anymore. It's not cool.
I don't know what happened to Aaron.
That was
maybe
when Aaron, for the first part of his career, he tried to play like cool.
You think he was tricking us?
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm the cool, interesting guy who like travels the world in the off season, and I go sit with Buddhists and do weird stuff, and I think I'm really smart and interesting, and I have lots of thoughts about things. And people are like, oh, yeah, and he's great at football, and he's dating Olivia Munn and Danica Patrick. And then it's like after all of those relationships fail, it comes out that like, oh, he is an anti-vaxxer. He's a conspiracy theorist. His family hates his guts, and they haven't spoken to him in years. And then once
for a while, we thought it was maybe the family stuff. We thought it was the jealousy of the brother and stuff. Nah, it's because Aaron's lame.
He's just doubled and tripled down on everything over the past few years to make it all dramatically worse.
You know, sometimes when you're ascending to nirvana in the form of ayahuasca trips, you tend to rise above to a level where you have to leave all the other people behind you. You know, and some people just can't handle the fact that your mind is just going at such a top speed. You know, they just see it as a douchebaggery, if you will, when you're actually working on ascension. Yeah. Or maybe he's just a douchebag. I don't know, dude.
I think it's a lot. Yeah, he's a dick.
It is weird because the only people that seem to really like him from his time in Green Bay are his pass catchers. Like Devontae Adams, will still like follow him anywhere. And what's his face?
Not Greg Jennings.
Randall Cobb. Yeah, Greg Jennings doesn't like him, but literally his other wide receivers, like there's a core group of dudes who will like follow Aaron Rodgers to the ends of the earth.
It's just it's weird because like it was really COVID is when Aaron Rodgers just like took a turn from like a different cat. Like just at least from what he presented. And it is such a right turn that I don't know that it is just that's always been him in hiding. I don't know because it started with the anti-vaccine thing, and now now he's like, doesn't he do like shrooms and now he does the darkness trips and you know and then like that's just all that weird stuff. But like then he has become toxic as like he gets to places and he becomes toxic. Like a lot of people say, oh, the Jets are toxic. Like when that man went over to the Jets, a new team, and scheduled that vacation to Ethiopia during the week of mandatory minicamp, when that is set for a year, and he could not go any dates around it. He could have done it. He made it the exact week of their training, of their camp, in which he's coming to a brand new team and people like he just and I do think that hurt the Jets and their offense out of the gates because their quarterback, the lead person, and the guy the offense is centered around is off in Ethiopia doing his thing and not like so. I don't know, man. I don't know if something and we watched a lot of people really affected by COVID. And really affected not just from death or death from others, but also like change their mindset and way of thinking. I almost feel like that happened to Aaron.
Well, because I think this was happening like long before COVID, but COVID is where it really like started to unravel because he lied about being vaccinated to the media. And Osita, there was lots of guys across the league because it was like it did kind of become like a judgment thing, especially during COVID. Fans can't go to games and like players get players sick and then they have to sit out and it's affecting how the game's played and all of that stuff. And so it was like a really big thing, especially in football, to like just get vaccinated so you can play. And like the Chiefs were a team in particular that they were like, everybody's getting vaccinated. We're not playing around. We're not going to lose football games because you're just refusing to get vaccinated. You want to play for the Chiefs, you're going to get vaccinated. There's other teams that didn't do that. And Aaron Rodgers comes out and says, "Oh, I've been vaccinated." And then come to find out he wasn't vaccinated. He was just lying about it and saying he was taking other random things that the conspiracy theorist that he listened to said, take this and it'll cure you from COVID.
Like, hey, and then if you put a little bit of horse tranquilizer with some horse this and that, it'll knock it right out.
That came out, and he refused and he like doubled down on it. And then started spewing his anti-vax like rhetoric, and then now he goes on Joe Rogan regularly and goes on like these conspiracy theorists like podcasts and things like that. And it all started there, really, like there's other quarterbacks in the league who refused to get vaccinated and they just didn't talk about it. They were simply just like, I'm choosing not to do it. I don't want to talk about it. That's it. He was by lying about it and then getting caught lying about it.
Well, he always wants now to have the conversation and to have the conversation like he's the smartest person in the room. And the scariest thing is he's not, but he wholeheartedly believes he is.
Yes.
Like when he's talking, he believes he is. And that was one thing, Osita, when he was playing football well. Then he started sucking in football, and now it's just like
it's like he's out here doing his own research, pulling off double-blind studies in his living room. So he obviously knows.
Have you watched his? Have you watched? Check out his Netflix special. That Netflix special they did on him. I mean, like we get all the way to the point where what's the hell's his name? Robert Kennedy asked him to be his running mate when he was running for office, and he's legit thinking on it.
Good old maggot brain over there. All right, I dig it.
When his first year with the Jets, in the first game he played for the Jets, he tore his Achilles and was out
4 plays in.
But then he tears his Achilles, which is one of the most devastating injuries any athlete can suffer. Like
especially at 40,
out for a season minimum. He then spent the rest of the season talking about how he was doing all of this unorthodox treatment and he was going to come back in season. Like how he was going to like these medical professionals outside of the purview of government and medical practices, that things that like keep things in check and keep progress from being made, and kept saying he was going to come back from one of the most devastating injuries within a few months, that like literally nobody comes back from the same. Like,
Serda, you know what it sounds like to me?
I just want to tell you, I openly root for his demise.
Like, you know what it sounds like to me, Serda? And Ron, you've probably never experienced someone like this because you've lived a good and holy life. But Serda, you know those people at like the Fish concerts or at concerts in general that are just like fucking fried?
Yes.
You know what I mean? They did it one too many times. And now they're just like, it never really came back.
Yeah, but they do think that because they've dropped so much acid that they've got this,
that
like,
they're smarter,
that nobody else can understand.
I get it, dude. I get it. You don't get it, but I get it. I see beyond the veil, like, and they're just like definitely fucking perma-fried and fucked up, and their brain chemistry's all sorts of fucking twacked out. Like, yeah, that's definitely the vibes that Aaron Rodgers giving me.
I'm not gonna lie, and there is a little hope in this, but I think when you look at it in your mind, you say, well, they've got better quarterback play than they had last year with the combination of Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. But I think and I will not deny the greatness of Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback. In his prime, like he was that dude. I still think people are thinking too much of Aaron Rodgers in that dude category because he is not that. Like even
double check this.
No, he's not he's not that dude anymore. Right? I know his numbers looked all right.
He can't throw deep anymore.
Like I think he had 27 touchdowns and 11 interceptions, which isn't bad. Which if you're the Steelers, you say that, oh, we'll take that. But that's Russ. Like, Russ, yes, the muffler and the back tire popped off towards the end of the season on him, but that's Russ. There was a time where, like, I don't know, Aaron was probably approaching 4,000 yards, but his numbers of 27 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and probably approaching 4,000 yards, that ain't the shitty season the Jets had. If Aaron Rodgers did that in his prime, it wouldn't result into that. So, like, I think people are still viewing that old Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has not been good for like 5 years.
Yeah, he was
maybe
declining,
4 or 5 years
before he left Green Bay, and then and now last season he had a couple of big games last season, but other than that, he was check down. Like he can't throw deep anymore. He doesn't have mobility anymore, and it's all short underneath passes. Like it's all high, which is like padding his stats because they don't look terrible when you just look at the box score. But he's basically what like prime Alex Smith was, and he's slower and worse.
And he'll just fade you to death. So we'll see. I don't know. I mean, theoretically, if you think, all right, he's going to be better than Russell and Justin Fields, we'll see. I just I don't think his play is going to get any better. And again, he's got to be up there. I don't know if I've seen someone's personality and who they are just flip in the midst of a career the way that Aaron Rodgers has. Like he's like, I don't even know who the person was that was playing at first and that we knew in the public eye at first. I don't know that I've seen many athletes just completely flip in their personality and who they are as Aaron Rodgers has. So again, I like Mike Tomlin. You know, I like, you know, Cam Hayward. I like Patrick Queen. They got some dudes. I like TJ Watt. They got some dudes over there. I need y'all to lose this year. That's where I am. I'm going to root for the demise of the Pittsburgh Steelers, all because of Aaron Rodgers being there. Jackass. Man, that little break music always makes me want to smoke some cigarettes.
Just want to smoke a dart real quick.
I've done it during the break before. Let's go really fast.
Man, I thought about you, man. I saw this guy. Yeah, that's a quick. That's a problem. No, that's a problem.
Impressed. No, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Keep doing your thing.
No, please don't keep you doing your thing. Let's walk this thing off. We're gonna win this thing, Steve. I've been around you. We're gonna win this thing. I was thinking about you when I saw this man on this boat, just absolutely burning heaters. I mean, in my meal, man, he walked back there 5-6 times. I got to the back of the boat, just burning. I mean, and he looked like I don't know if this is the situation for you, Steve, but the joy in that man's eyes of not just smoking it, it seemed like an entire process. The entire process of lighting it and the way he held it down. It's a ritual. Low. And like the joy in his eyes, man, just like it was me, like when I walked past all those breads they'd had at that buffet spread. And while I was waiting on my omelet, I just walked up and picked up one of the little cheese biscuits they had. Didn't even put it on my plate, just popped it in. I just popped it. Who am I lying? I did 2 of them, but just wait. But that guy, like the look of enjoyment, and he came back 5 times. And I'm like, man, that's got to be a 2-pack guy. I mean,
for me, that's when I'm like drinking. When I'm drinking, I can every 10 minutes, like just
listen. He may have been. It was lunch, but he may have been drinking.
Lunch in Aruba. Come on.
Aruba. So I know I was halfway drunk, but I mean, it was sex in his eyes. That's what it looked like. From the whole thing, like he looked like when he sat down, and then even when he popped it into the water, which I don't know how if you're supposed to do that, but like
yeah, you should
probably not.
Yeah,
but when he walked back,
I don't even flick them anymore.
I used to keep them in my pockets.
You keep them in your pockets? Wow, that's
I used to.
I put them out and put them in my pocket, and then like throw them away when I saw a trash can.
Man, listen,
so my man smell like cigs too. It would be bad. It's crazy.
My man looked like he was going back to his seat thinking about the next one. That's what he.
Quick segue. Remember that time I told you about that girl who got me to quit smoking cigarettes?
Yeah. What was her reason? She just said you're too good looking.
Yeah, she said I was too cute to be smoking cigarettes, right? So you were just like, you gave me an idea. You were just like, have you ever told her this? And I was just like, you know what? No, I haven't. So I ran into her over the weekend and I told her, and I was just like, hey, like we were just talking about something. We were talking about music. And she was like, oh my God, this band is going to change your life. And I was like, all right, bet, show me the band. And I was like, hey, speaking of changing lives, like you do realize you changed my life in a really significant way. She was like, how so? And I was just like, well, you got me to stop smoking cigarettes. She told me to explain the situation. Told her about the time that we were at a drive-in movie and I was smoking. And he told me I was too cute to be smoking cigarettes. She was like, oh my God, that's amazing.
She probably had to fight to keep her panties on.
So check it. For her. Because like, okay, her exact words were, you're too cute to be smoking cigarettes. And people vape now. And so as soon as I told her that, she was like, oh, that's amazing. That's so good. But now I'm finna get on your ass about vaping. She was like, oh, so you're a grown-ass man that needs a little fucking binky every 5 minutes just to keep satiated? They're over here giving you money left and right, blah, blah, blah. There's other ways, right? And I was like, what other ways? Like, what else can I do? I was like, you're talking about Zins? She was like, no, Jesus. And I was just like, wait, what?
Oh, no.
And she goes, Jesus. And I was just like, oh, okay. And she was like, well, I mean, obviously, it's obvious that you fuck with me. So if you fuck with me, you fuck with Jesus too. And I was just like, all right, I'll bite. What church do you go to? Long story short, I have a date on Wednesday to go to a fucking Bible study. So we'll see how that goes, guys.
Well, clearly you haven't given up the vaping, being what I just watched you just do about 5 seconds ago.
Yeah, but I got Zins. I can keep Zins in my mouth while I'm doing it. Yeah, hey, if I maybe if I find God and find love and all these things will change. I'll be a changed man.
So you're going to church with her Wednesday?
Mm-hmm. Wednesday night.
I want to go. I want to pop up to this service.
I'll send you a picture. I'll send you a picture of who it is later on. Like, it's totally worth it.
This is interesting because a date, man. You're thinking this through. Like, are you like planning in your mind? All right, what should I wear? Like, is this always the same thing? Even though you're going to a Wednesday night church service,
I know I dress well, so like I'll be all right. And she said like the church is like a lot of it's a lot of artists and a lot of creatives and stuff like that. So I think it'll be a little bit lax. Like I don't have to wear.
I got a few questions. I think what we've got to have an understanding here is like listen. Shout out to her trying to pull you to Christ, but I mean you're under the impression this is some sort of date. Are you guys meeting afterwards? Like, is there a one-on-one afterwards, or are y'all getting in y'all cars and bouncing? That's what I want to know. She's just
we're meeting at her place, and then she is going to drive to the church, and then we'll see what happens afterwards.
Okay, so you all are in one car going to the church. So this at least there has to be some sort of a finish. Yeah.
We do have the show this Wednesday, so I do have to be back in time for that. So that's the whole thing.
Now, there could be some. I mean, Jesus Christ, are you okay? There could be some.
Wait, did my mic not mute?
No, your face did. Your face did mute with the video performance.
Also, if everything goes well, I'm fine with you calling in.
I was gonna say, like, if but don't just use this now to just act like, because we'll need some real proof.
Okay, what kind of proof you gonna need? What kind of proof you need? You need proof? Fucking creep. You want proof?
I need a text message of I need some sort of exchange that lets me know, hey, I got stuck in this Festiva that she drives and I can't get out. And I'll
send you. Number one, she drives a Tundra. Okay, she drives a.
Oh man, Tundra. Space and room for you.
Yeah. She's got a big boy car.
A big boy car for her big boy.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. This is the wedding that you might be invited to, Ronald.
Yeah, man.
We'll see. Serda, you're definitely invited. Ron, I don't.
I know one thing. We definitely gonna be seeing your ass here Wednesday night at 10:00.
Okay.
For the nightly fix. Let's do a little heat check.
All right, guys. So for today's heat check, I want to talk about beefs again, because 2024 and 2025 have been the year of constant and consistent beefing. Well, we have a new one on the streets, guys. This one's bigger than Charles and Kenny. This one's bigger than Drake and Kendrick. This one's bigger than Musk and Trump's this past weekend. All right.
It's not going to be bigger than any of those. I already know it.
Okay, calm down. We have Michael Beasley and Lance Stephenson that squared off in a 1v1 showdown. But before the game even got started, things got a little bit heated. Serda, can you play the video real quick?
I'm gonna do it to you real nice and slow. You understand? I'm gonna do it to you sexy. You understand? I'm gonna make them people love you tonight. You understand? For real. I'm gonna make the people love you.
Already.
I'm gonna have you shaking ass, nigga. I'm gonna make you dance, Lance.
No, I ain't gonna do that.
I'm gonna make you dance, Lance. We gonna get straight to it, nigga. I'm gonna bring my dancing shoes and I'm gonna tap all over that court. You understand? You better. I ain't gonna get shaking ass.
No. Nobody in the world ever did that.
Hello, everybody. Nobody at your service.
So, guys, obviously the pregame tension between Michael Beasley and Lance Stephenson gave the whole event an energy of two unks about to fight at a barbecue if one of them just got out of prison. What could have been a chill hooping match turned into a full-on pride war, y'all. Beasley's trash talk wasn't just the showmanship. It was part boxing promo, part therapy sesh, and 100% psychological warfare. And it definitely gave a gritty Smack DVD kind of vibe to the event. If you know what Smack DVD is. But whether you loved it or just went through it, the beef made one thing clear. This wasn't just about basketball. This was reputation, possible trauma, and 100 fucking K on the line. In the end, Michael Beasley walked away with the 100K and bragging rights, and Lance walked away with emotional damage and a hurt ego. But I'll be honest, I really need to see more shit like this. We need like ex-athletes turned psych patients balling out. You know what I mean? Like, someone find Delonte West. Do y'all know where he is? Anyone?
Hopefully
Anyone
he's not. Hopefully he's not having sex with Gloria James anymore.
Okay, that's a.
I think he
okay.
had gotten his act together, but
Well, I'm just saying.
he also may have relapsed. I don't know. He's had.
They found him in Houston, bro. They found him in the 5th Ward, acting super crazy.
Yeah, he was
Last I heard of him.
He also had sex with LeBron's mom.
Oh yeah.
Had to get up off that team. Michael Beasley. That's back to. That's a different. He's back to smoking that different type of weed again, like he was in Manhattan, Kansas.
Did they play this 1-on-1 match already?
I saw. They played it on the 6th. Yeah,
I saw Beasley take Lance. Lance was shook, and I don't blame him. That was some weird ass shit right there, man.
It was like psychological warfare, and I love to see it, dude. I love to see it.
But the thing is, like, the thing that is scary about it and really odd about it is Michael Beasley didn't get up and like walk away from that table and get like to wherever his separate space was or in the car with his boys and be like, hey, man, I had that motherfucker going. Now he got in his car and wherever he went, he continued to just go through life like that person sitting down in that chair and that table that said all of those crazy things. And in the fashion that he said,
I'm going to get him.
I'm going to make you dance.
Make sure I win that game.
I'm going to make you dance. I'm
It
gonna make
was
you
like
dance. They're
Key
gonna
and
remember your
Peele.
name.
They're gonna remember me.
It's like that Key and Peele sketch where he's playing Mike Tyson and he's like,
oh yeah.
He's just like, and then like every other sentence, he's just like, and then I'm gonna bend you over, and
I'm gonna fuck you.
Yeah.
But again, that's another example. Like Key and Peele, they got up and laughed about it afterwards. But Michael, in real life, Mike Tyson continued to be that person after he got done saying it. And Michael Beasley is like he's not turning that on for psychological warfare. He is that is him. Like
sometimes you got to unleash the beast in order to win because he definitely whooped. Hey, whatever he did worked because he whooped Michael Stephenson's ass. They were going first. The first bet was like, Lance Stephenson's ass. The first bet was like, hey, they were like, I'm gonna beat you first to 12. Although they're going to 30, he was like, I bet you. Lance Stephenson was like, I bet you I'll get 12 first. Nope. Mike had that shit first couple of minutes. That game took a whole hour, by the way. An hour to get to 30 points one-on-one. They played for a fucking hour.
Hold on. Can you play that one more time? I just want to see because he reminds me of a late friend of mine, Leon Punter Robinson. Rest in peace, Leon Punter.
I'm gonna do it to you real nice and slow. You understand? I'm gonna do it to you sexy. You understand? I'm gonna make them people love you tonight. You understand? For real.
And all Lance can do is laugh.
I'm gonna have you shake it ass, nigga. I'm gonna make you dance, Lance.
No.
I'm gonna make you dance, Lance. We gonna get straight to it, nigga. I'm gonna bring my dancing shoes and I'm gonna tap all over that court. You understand? You better. I ain't gonna just shaking ass.
No.
Nobody in the world ever did that.
Hello, everybody. Nobody at your service.
And the creepy ass music really sends it. Like
no,
Lance was laughing at first because he was with it, and then he said,
he was victim the whole time, dude. He was victim the whole time. He was like, what? No, it ain't gonna be me.
The first laugh was like, like he was in like the play, and then after that it was nah, man, no, you ain't. Like, hey, this motherfucker's crazy. it just reminds me the late Leon Punter Robinson. We at a party. We had a party and we hanging out. And I just distinctly remember this young man. He was a cool dude. His name was O.J. Simpson. He played running back for Truman High School, Serda, but his name was O.J. Simpson. He's actually an actor now, but his tough name, but O.J. Simpson. I just remember O.J. being at that party. O.J., if you watching this, shout out to you. But I remember he was like getting into it with somebody at the party. And hey, he was always that guy that you wanted to have on your side at the party. And Leon is, and we trying to back him off to break him up, break him down a little bit. This is a guy who's big dude, fight, he won't stop. He said, shut up, everybody in here. I'll fuck every last one of y'all in the ass. Hey, we all stopped and backed up and was like, hey, what? Like, what? He said, no, I'm serious. And he started pointing them out. You. Hey, man, he just changed the whole tenor of the whole thing. I'll never forget it, man. That boy said, I was pushing back like, hey, Leon, man, let him know. No, fuck that. Shut up. Everybody there, shut up. I'll fuck every last one of you in the ass. You. Like, I'm like, man, I don't even want to go home. I don't even want to drop him off at the crib. Rest in peace. We lost Leon, but that would remind me right there, like everybody, whoever was all there watching it had to be like, man, Mike's lost his damn mind in here. Like, what's up with Michael Beasley? Like, it was the whispering shit. It said, I'm gonna tap dance all over you. It's gonna be me. I'm gonna make them scream. I'm gonna make you dance. Like, it was that weird shit, man. That man, what is happening?
Hey, Ron, thank you for that story, man, because that definitely added some years to my life. That laugh. Oh my god,
man, that boy Punter said that shit, man. We said
I would have looked at that man so crazy, bro.
I couldn't look at him in his eyes. Like, I was like, yo, man, let's
So you had to give him a ride home after that.
Well, he rode with us. He can't. I mean, I think Steve was driving, but we were shook, man. Shit, man. Yeah, get his ass. He said, let's get his ass back to Independence, man. Like, I mean, what the hell are we supposed to do with that, dog?
Bro? Hey, it's too hot wearing this shit, bro.
And I just remember, like, I forgot who we was with, but one was like, "Hey, man, you wasn't serious about that, was you?" And we just never got it. Hey, we just never got a straight answer from him, man. He just, like, his response, he just laughed. Like, like, I started to say, "Hey, no, man, don't laugh, man. Seriously, man." What? Like, I distinctly remember. I think it was the going past the statement stage into the execution stage. Like, you just didn't want to be one of the ones he pointed to. Me.
Shit.
Like, and you know, it wasn't no I'm about to fight this dude the way he's talking to me like that. Like, I feel threatened. Like, it, because
you can't fight crazy like that, bro.
Like, you know,
you can't fight crazy.
What's it, Friday after next when Damon? It's a bit of a feel like that. Like, hey man, what you talking about, man? Like,
yeah.
Like that wasn't completely necessary.
He's like, what bike? Like,
I'll never forget that, man. Dog. I will fuck every one of you in the ass. Like, it was everybody in the room.
I think it was like an early episode of Snowfall where that dude does that to.
Yeah, he definitely does. A dude that came out of prison.
Yeah, it's like somebody's trying to like mess with them and rob him, so they get this other dude to like to go fight him.
The guy took it way too far.
I was actually watching Snowfall when that happened. I remember that. Episode.
Yo, man.
Hey, it's different when that shit happened to you in real life, man, and in person, man.
Hey, the world's got some truly, truly psychotic, crazy people out there, but they are definitely interesting, man.
And again, rest in peace, Leon.
I'll fuck everyone all in the ass. That's some crazy shit to say, dude.
It was, but again, it was the follow through. Like, you the points.
40 people. That's insane.
Could you imagine if you was one of the ones he pointed? I got to kill this motherfucker is what I got to do, man. Leon, like, I couldn't. Like, I wish. I mean, it was all of it I remember is funny when you look back, but the hush of silence and everyone just stopping when that comment was made was just something like I've never seen.
Oh shit! I haven't laughed like that in so long,
Just
bro.
the whole
Jesus
spot,
Christ.
man. Yeah, man. You ever run into Ian, Serda? Just say, you remember that time Leon was at that party? What'd he do? Tell him I'll fuck every last one of you in the ass. You. Yeah, Jesus, my man. All right, take us home, Osita.
Woo! What a segue, y'all. What a fucking segue. Look.
I hope this
Man.
didn't happen with the redhead.
Nah, not at all. But I was